Hello and welcome back to Brigandine, the Legend of Forsena, our hard mode run as Leonia. Before we get started, I just want to apologize in advance. I got a little, I don't want to say burnt out, that's a little bit extreme, but tired for a few days, but still wanted to try to catch up on some editing I was behind on. So I did the bare minimum, but I didn't edit out any like loud coughs or background noise. Thankfully there wasn't too much background noise other than like coughing I normally would cut out of myself. So it is a little bit rougher for the next few episodes. After about episode 9 or so of editing, so like 4 or 5 from now, I figured out a balance where I wouldn't go in and quite as meticulously cut out every single little noise that might come up, but I would skim through the video rather than having to watch the whole thing and catch the more obvious ones and the more audible ones, quite frankly. So hopefully that balance works going for both of us going forward. But in the meantime, give or take a little less editing on some background noise. Enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome back to Brigandine, the Legend of Forsena. Playing as Leonia this playthrough. We, in our last installment, were able to successfully take the castle of Humber. We had a bunch of people return from quests. I have rearranged some things. I ended up deciding to give Asmit the unicorn we had summoned that Charlene wasn't using yet, because I wanted these guys to all have a unicorn again. I gave him 2 scorpions. I think I showed that at the end of the episode. And I just basically gave her his griffin. I thought about doing it with the griffin and the hydra, but I wanted them to have a nice big amount of monsters to encircle the casters a little bit more. So 2 scorpions, even though they're weaker, they also level faster, from what I can tell and what I remember. I figured it was a good thing. I did all the prep already. So I've sent people to Gloom and gotten them their monsters. I was going to give some of these guys a dragon, and then I was like, you know what? I might keep them as a trio, and they all want to be in the second line, and these guys in the third and fourth. So if I give them, I was going to give them all at least 1 lizard man because I just like them, and they're fairly rune cost efficient for how good they are at 30 cost. I was like, I could give them each a dragon. They had room. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give them each 2 more of these for the same reason. Then I can encircle them better. And they're tough, and they're even more than the scorpions, tough enough to take a decent beating, especially with all the healing we have. Keep in mind, even though she's now an enchantress, she started as a what's the word I'm looking for? Cleric. So she was mastered because she was level 7. So she does have her heal, halo, fog, and charm. I think fog and charm she might get from the other class. Anyway, she gets frost and Geno Frost, and that's the 2 big ones, along with her heal and halo. Baleen does not have any kind of magic, at least not yet. And of course, George is now a mage, but also started as a healer. So he can heal. He actually has cure as well. And then he has flame, Geno Flame, thunder, and the power spell, which honestly I might even use that more than the flame, Geno Flame, and thunder initially, because it's the cheapest of his new spells, and it will allow my monsters to level up and give him a little bit of XP for using it. But I can use it on some of these guys and potentially take people out with them to level them up, because they'll do a lot more damage for the 1 attack that it works on. In Hadrian, we have Keloff, Paternus, and Cortina as we did before. I don't think they lost any monsters, or maybe they lost 1. But I have them. I think she might have lost one monster. I think she might have lost like a clay golem or something. I forget. Anyway, she has rune power space, and so does he. If I really wanted to give them something, I don't think there's anything here cheap enough that I care about, though. No, because if I was going to summon anything here, it would either be a unicorn, which they have already, or rocks, which they can't afford. Like, she has, what, 41? So I guess I can move, like, the Mandrake up to him. Actually, this might be a good idea for now. Move the Mandrake up to here. The only problem is now, what if I switch them? If I switch them, that works. And then she still has 61, which isn't actually enough for a rock. No, you're 60 and you're 55. You're 95. So you'd be more. So I could do that. Now we get her to 66. Still not enough. Is there a way for me to do this? That's 35. That's 35. So trading that wouldn't matter. I could switch. Well, I can't switch them. That wouldn't work. What if I do that? And then I do that. That would get him close. He's still got room now. With the angel, it's too much. What if I do... The problem is if I do that, then she has even less space. But I think for now... I'm going to do that, like I had it before. Except I think I'm going to... Well, he's the highest level, though, so getting... So let's do that. Because... he's highest level, she's currently the lowest, and he's in between, and I want him in the front, with it, and I want his Phoenix in the front. And I want the other flyer, these two flyers in the front. These two I also kind of want in the front, but it's less important. The other thing I could do, I just realized, is I technically could summon a clay golem, but I don't really like them that much. The problem is the rock costs 70. I did most of my organized phase, but then I just thought of this now. I actually did most of the organized setup off camera, just because I was just sending quests and moving people to other places and whatnot. For now, I think I'll leave it the way it is. And then I will go and I will show everyone what I have set up. Leoness, Asmit, and Isphis are staying where they are to defend, as are Keloff, Maternus, and Cortina. Philo, Baleen, and George are going to move down to fill in that other place. And then Hugh I'm sending to get the rest of his monsters from Gloom. Because I believe Gloom will get him a unicorn and a pixie, I think. Oh no, he can get a dragon. But what I'm probably going to do is get him a lizard man and a pixie. And then get him a unicorn from somewhere else. I might put him up here. Can I get a unicorn up here? No, that's where he came from. That's where he's coming from. But I can definitely get him one there. or at the capital. What can I get here? Unicorn, clay golem, giant, and rock. I don't know if I've actually looked at this place at all. What's in here? Merman, lizard man, and wyvern and rock. Okay, good to know. Anyway, and I got one person going out to quest. I'm going to execute the move. For this turn, I could go in there and take out some of their monsters, because there's some ghouls and stuff that are pretty easy to take down, and they have very little healing. I might look at doing that maybe next turn, if nothing gets moved around. Could do it now. Bug it, we're doing it now. Keeloff, Paternus, Cortina, go get to work. Also didn't really need to move them to Hadrian yet, but that's okay. I could have sent them questing until this succeeded, but if it succeeds at all. We're definitely saving before a battle. Alright, I'm gonna grab a quick drink. Alright, let's get started. Scalio invaded me, okay. I did not expect that. Even better, that means I get... Oh, I love defending this castle. I'm putting Keeloff right on the castle. And then Paternus and Cortina. We're going to skip all this nonsense. We will show it at some point, but not in this playthrough. This is a get in and get the job done playthrough. And to teach the game mechanics to new people who find the videos. Alright, so Paternus. I kind of want to put him right there, because then I can do like an area heal if I happen to need one, and get these squares here. But that's going to be mostly enemies, so I think I'll actually put him here. And then what I'll do is I'll put the angel back there temporarily, because I'm going to put it where the pixie is. Now the only slight problem is I can't really shoot a lot of people this way with him, but he'll get his levels elsewhere. Pixie's going to come to the back. The Griffin is going to come... I want to level that Wyvern, so actually I think I'm going to put the Griffin up there. Yeah, up there. It'll be hard to reach with healing, but I'm going to put the Wyvern there. Actually, I'm going to put I'll put the Wyvern there for this turn. Then I'm going to move it up where the evolved unicorn is. Good thing is, even with some faster units, they're not going to reach me in one turn, so I still have some time to prepare. Not loads, because it's a small map, comparatively. But enough. So you're staying right where you are. You need to move to the back. You need to move even further back. And you are staying where you are. Cortina's going behind him. In that square, I think right there. Although, see, the problem is I could put her there, but then I'd have to put someone in front of her, so then he wouldn't get to attack much. So I'm going to put her there. You, I'm going to kind of put off to the side for now, and then if I need to move you up, I will. Same with the giant. because I really want to focus on getting the Flyers levels, and the Phoenix, even though it's already evolved, is my toughest monster, so I want it near Keeloff to help him out. I'm going to put you there so I can reach everyone. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, I'll put you there, and then I'll put the Pegasus there. I put the Pegasus there. 1, 2, 3. But I'm also going to have an Angel there that if I really need to heal that Griffin and care enough to, we'll be able to reach. So for now, I'm going to move you down 1. Lovely stuff. Move you up 1. Move you down 1. Put you where I want you. That's basically all the setup I need for that team. Who can you hit with Protect? Everyone except the Griffin. So actually, I'm going to move you down 1. That's a full-on, like, mountain. Like, even the Flyers, you can see, can't go over that. They have to go around it. Now, they can go around it because they're allies, but you can't put anyone on there. So, the other thing I could do, potentially, is leave the Griffin in the back as well as another backup, and then just have these 3 and these guys do all the damage. Which might not be a bad idea, because he's kind of out where he can get surrounded a bit. So I think I might do that for now. I'll just put him back there, and then if I really need to move him in, I will. I think that's everything I need to do for movement for them. We've certainly got our main front line set up, which is the main thing. This was not the plan. I had planned to attack them, as you know, but we takes our wins where we can get them. And this certainly makes it easier to start the battle, because if they're attacking, even on hard, they will come to me. So let's move you down 1. That way you can reach all the frontliners properly for healing. You can't reach that guy. So let's move you down 1. That way you can hit everybody with protects. I think we're just going to wait with those 2. Did she actually hit anybody with a spell yet? No, except for Fog, but I don't really care about that. What I do care about, however, is putting a protect spell on Keeloff. Because I'm fairly confident they're going to go charging right into the middle at him. Everyone else can wait for the moment. Like I said, the one thing with basing yourself right on the castle like that is it does mean you can only get 3 people in, unless you put guys on the side further out, which are a little trickier to use. However, it also means if unfortunately something goes terribly wrong, I do have other big monsters I can start to get in the way if I have to. But we have got the setup more or less that I want for the main people. You're going to use a protect spell as well. You're going to protect this guy, because they are going to engage now. So, we are 17 minutes into the video, and the battle's just getting started because I pandered on longer than I thought. I was like, yeah, my organized phase is done. And then I realized I wanted to look at stuff, and then didn't even commit to doing it because of room power issues. Love my life. Alright. Everybody else is fine. Alright, they're going to move a ghoul in, which is one spot that's not being taken up by their bigger monsters. And the ghoul completely missed, as he should. And even though he's a ground unit, he's a ghoul, so he's going to take a big attack back. Nice, even bigger because it's a crit. More experience for my wyvern. That guy's gonna move in. Please do not turn him to stone. For the love of God, don't turn him to stone. I'll be so mad. Thank you. Crit? Oh my god, we did get a crit. Nice. Well done, sir. 141 damage. More importantly, 114 experience. Now, they can still do stuff like casting spells on those guys. The other thing is, he cast a Halo spell on that guy and then didn't move him in because they are also limited by the mountains like I am. Now, that Jinn can shoot 2 of my people. There's nothing I can do about that. However, it also can't attack back because all it does is that. So if I really want to, I could just beat the crap out of it with my Phoenix and get rid of it fairly quickly. I probably won't bother because there's other things I want to take out more, but we'll see. This is a great castle, especially because you can put, in this case, Keloff, the main melee fighting knight, on the castle, because he'll get healed for 100 hit points automatically at the end of every turn. This is a great castle because of the way it's functioned to stand on to get monster kills. So, what we're gonna do, I could beat the tar out of that with this thing, but I really want to beat this guy up. So I think what we're gonna do, tempting as it is to hit the Jinn so that it can't do that attack again, I think it makes more sense to hit the rock, because the rock is a bigger long-term threat. Now, I can't turn him to stone because I'm a Phoenix, but he can turn me to stone, so that's a problem. There's one downside to the Phoenix form. He did not turn me to stone, however. Alright, so you're still okay for health. You're gonna get health back. So let's attack with you. And see, they're equal agility, so I should land the hit. If you want to crit again, I wouldn't say no. No, but that's okay. You'll get some more experience for doing some damage. The rock's gonna hit him back. Hopefully he doesn't turn him to stone. He did not. So now what we're gonna do, he's protected this round still. As is he. What does he need for a level? 127? Okay. Now, the only thing is, because I technically, even though it was near the end of a round, did put the protect on him last turn, it's going to run out this turn. So I'm thinking it might be a good idea to just reactivate that now to make sure it doesn't run out. Should probably also put one on the Phoenix, to be fair. But, such is the life. Also, she's going to Geno Frost a bunch of people, so that's going to be fun. I could also Holy Word even more people with him if I really wanted to just do a bunch of damage to a bunch of people. Which is not a bad idea. What I'll probably do, though... actually, she's going to go next. What I'll probably do, really... is both of these two, both him and the angel go on his turn, and so does the wyvern. See, I'll probably just Geno Frost with her. With you, I'm going to heal. Should probably heal it to make sure it stays alive, because he's going to get 100 for free, and then a heal from the other unicorn. So yeah, let's heal this guy, because that's the only healing he can get unless he uses his own ability, but that also heals the enemies, and I don't want to do that. So, before we do anything else, does anyone need a protect spell? The answer is probably that Phoenix should get one. So let's do that. Now that means she can't do any more protects, but she got level 3. You still have enough to do another one. You still have enough to do another one. You still are going to need a heal. So let's do that because the 100's not going to be sufficient. Now, the only thing she has left that matters is herself. So we're going to go ahead and Geno Frost. I can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Could also just straight Frost spell this guy, which would definitely allow the Wyvern to kill him. Or, what I could do, since there's no healers close enough to him, you might just make the rock run away at that point. But I could try to get the kill with Keloff. What I'll probably try and do actually is get the kill is Divine Ray that guy to death. So yeah, you know what? Since I'm going to Divine Ray, I'm going to want it to do more damage. I'm going to Geno Frost, which I actually have enough to, because of how fast she builds magic points. I think I actually have enough to do 2 of them. I think. Either that or I'm just short of the second one. I forget. But we're going to hit 6 people, including a general, so... And set up 2 kills, potentially. Definitely set up at least 1. So she'll get some experience from that. What does that put her at towards her level? She's definitely going to get her level as long as she does anything else and we win. And yes, she does in fact have enough to do 2 Geno Frosts, which is lovely stuff. None of her other creatures need to do anything this turn. He only healed 91. Oh, that's because he only had 91 to heal. I also forgot this thing does some healing on its own, but not a ton, so... I honestly could do a holy word, because I think it would hit quite a few. It would definitely hit all those same people. It would hit all the same 6, and it would actually hit 10 people, even though he's a white dot creature. More importantly, it would do more damage to these guys in this row, and it would definitely set these guys up to get killed by the... Well, the problem is Keloff's not going to get a chance to attack before they go. So let's do this instead. Let's Divine Ray you, because that should be more than enough to kill him. He's not that smart. And that's a pretty potent spell, even from a fairly low-level monster. He is dead, which is good, because I want to get that angel to level 10 as soon as possible. Rune power cost might start to be an issue, but we'll figure that out when it's time. Level 7. And set up to definitely get level 8, either from the victory experience or probably from another Divine Ray or heal. Now, you have what, 193? So I just want to take out pure numbers. I could have Paternus. You know what? I think I'm going to have Paternus do the holy word. Because even with the dead creature, that's still, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's still 10, actually. So let's do it. Because if he uses, using Divine Ray on a unleveled or very low level, non-evolved vampire or vampire lord level, like just a ghoul, is a bit of a waste unless you're just going for pure death, which I kind of am, but he'll still set the Wyvern up to get the kill, and the Wyvern needs the experience more. Plus, we're going to do some degree of damage to every major thing on the field, pretty much, including 2 of the generals. And it's not like doing all that didn't still get him 400 experience, which is still quite a bit. So you're still protected. I think you're still protected. Are you still protected? Yes. I'm going to save that, although I think it's going to run out on the wyvern this turn. Anyway, let's take him out, because we're definitely going to kill him. He will definitely, even on a ground creature, especially a ghoul, do more than 70 damage. Now, are we taking out their, like, most impressive monsters in their army? No, of course not. But we're taking stuff out and getting some experience for our monsters, especially our key ones. I need to get one more. I'd like to get one more attack off with him, because if we inevitably win this, which we should, he'll only get 200, so he won't be quite to level 6, and I'd like him to get level 6. You're definitely getting level 5 regardless. You're definitely getting level 11. You're definitely getting at least level 8. You're definitely getting at least level 3. Just out of curiosity, you're going to get level 3. You're going to get level 3 just for being here. You're going to get level 2 for the same reason. You're going to get level 3 either from another cure, or not cure, another heal spell, or from winning. That pixie's going to get level 4. It can't really do much else this battle, but it'll still get enough experience to level up. That pixie's going to get at least level 3. As is that one. And that guy's going to get level 2. Cool. Nothing I can really do with anyone else, so move on. I was hoping they actually wouldn't run away, which I didn't think they would from only 2 monsters and some AoE damage. He didn't turn him to stone, which is my most important thing. Obviously, because if something drastic happened that I did have to run, now he still can, but more importantly, experience. You're going to Geno Flame, I forgot about that. That's going to hurt a bit, especially Cortina with her blue dot, and Paternus with his blue dot. Quite frankly, Keeloff with his not crazy high intelligence, although I think he has a 50 something, so shouldn't be that bad. 107. 63 to the Phoenix, 113 to Paternus, 118 to the Wyvern, 100 to the Angel, 126 to Cortina sucks. Luckily, the thing he put in there is a over half dead ghoul, so that's not going to go well for him. Even with landing the attack. I'm going to hit him back for much more damage. Lovely stuff. Those guys can't really do anything. The only thing she can do is a venom, which does some damage and poisons, but not a ton, so I'm not worried about it. Also, they just moved another general that I'm pretty sure is within range of Cortina's second Geno Frost, so that's pretty awesome. He's also not poisoned. Oh, they actually moved him out of the way. Then they moved a giant in and didn't even bother to have him attack. Oh, you're healing Camden, are you? Okay. That's fine. Wasn't specifically targeting him anyway, he just happened to take a bunch of damage. And it just happened to be white and blue and he's black and red. That was actually a complete coincidence. Do you still have Protect on? You do. Oh yeah, it's still the same turn technically. So here's what I'm gonna do. I could just pretty much wipe out that level 1 Jinn just for the sake of it, but what I'd rather do is hit this guy, because I want to kill as many rocks as I can whenever I can, because they're a pain in the arse. And also more experience, I'm pretty sure. Nice, critical hit for almost 200 damage. Feel free to miss, I don't know if you have more agility than me or not, but... And he did in fact turn me to stone. That's okay, we have ways to fix that. I could literally fix it right now if I really wanted to. First, however, I'm going to see... While you're stone, you have 150 defense and 400 plus health, so honestly, you might even just stay stone for a turn. We'll see. Let's hit this guy. Kilof's not going to be able to kill him, but he can set somebody else up to get the kill, which is honestly just as good. Especially if that wyvern gets another kill. He did not get turned to stone, which is good. He is level 5, which is also good. I'm going to cure him. Lovely stuff. That thing doesn't have enough magic points left to do anything now. However, he can still do a heal, and so can he. He can still Divine Ray and heal. He can do one or the other. Doesn't have enough to area heal, but that's okay. I think I'm actually gonna protect you again, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna roll over and be gone. Thank you for the level. Now, what do we want to do with these guys? You still have enough to heal. I said with 150 defense from being stone, I mean, I could always cure that. But I don't know if I even need to at this point, to be honest. So you're not going to die, but you're going to take a bunch of damage. You're going to take a bunch of damage. You're at 124. So she might do enough damage to kill you, but even if she doesn't, then the wyvern can just kill you. She's definitely going to kill at least the ghoul and do some damage to everybody else. So let's do that, because I'm going to hit 6 people again, which is the most she can hit from where she is. Unless this guy wasn't there, but that would be dumb. So we're going to maybe kill the rock, probably not with her current level, but we're definitely going to kill something, and we're going to get a bunch of damage experience. Not only is she definitely getting that level up she was very close to, but she might even be close enough to get another one at the end of the battle, provided we win like we're hoping to. Lovely. You know what? Maybe I will actually fix up that rock, just in case they don't run away, although there's a very good chance that Moorhole or Camden might, because he's going to be down to 2 monsters shortly and not in great shape himself. I could also just move him in a square and attack him. But I think I'm going to kill the rock, because overall they'll get more experience for that. Now he's at 431, but he's going to get some back from the castle. So he should be fine, because he should get up to 100. I could cure that thing. And I probably should, really. Just in case. Much as I'd like to save it for healing. I said my 2 most powerful healers, in terms of number of magic points and stuff, still have stuff they can do. Can't get either of them all the way through. And honestly, I want to leave that spot open in case they're dumb enough to keep fighting. That'll be the end of those guys. He gets his 100 health. He heals a little bit. Alright. You still have enough to do another... You're the only one left that can still protect anything. So you're going to protect that wyvern. just in case. So let's do that. And I'll also give you a level. You're going to kill this rock and get a bunch of experience because I'm trying to get you to level 10. So let's do that. Lovely stuff. Nice, got him 2 levels. Not enough to get a third with the win that I think we're going to get, but that's okay. What we can now do, because we don't have anything else to do, is I can cast a healing spell on this wyvern that I really don't want to die. He's tough too, but he also heals a little bit himself, and the angel can also heal him. So let's heal the wyvern. He doesn't have enough magic points to do anything useful at this point. I could move him forward and just pound the piss out of him, or kill that Jinn. Should also not be a terrible decision. Although he would take quite a beating from all the monsters before they left, and he'd probably die. Because they're all higher level than my other 2 generals, so they're going to all get to go first. So you know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to kill him. Provided he hits, but he's only 4 lower agility, so he should. Of course he didn't. Literally the only thing that could go wrong. Okay. Well, so I don't really have anything else to do at this point. I could technically move him there and shoot that thing and kill it. I'd be afraid he would die too, but it'd certainly be a thing I could do. If I just wanted to kill an extra monster. Problem is, like I said, they're gonna gank him if I do that. Is it worth it? First of all, what is your agility? 64, so you shouldn't miss. I don't know if it's even possible for you to miss. I mean, Camden's certainly not going to do anything massive to him because he's probably going to retreat. And also, he's a mage, so it's not like he's going to attack him. These guys could do some damage before they run. Try it and hope. If I do happen to lose him, well, I lose him, but gets another one of their monsters killed, and the levels he gains from it may hopefully keep him alive, because they'll increase his stats. And he should get at least 1 level from this. I mean, he'll definitely get at least 1, because he only needs like 30 experience for that. So he did get a level, and if he doesn't die, he'll now get another level. See, if I could get to there and attack him with the angel, I would risk it, because he's fairly tough and has reasonable HP left. What I think I'm going to do instead is, since I can't Divine Ray anybody, I'm going to heal the rock, or the phoenix, I guess, because I might as well. And that gets him level 8. He did move in. He's attacking the Griffin, which makes sense because it would be a terrible idea for a blue dot creature to attack a 3 red dot creature. That would be the most unwise of decisions. I thankfully at least landed the attack back. Really? You didn't leave? Okay. I mean, I am at a healing at this point, so pretty much. I have like 1 heal spell left. And I didn't heal Cortina, so this is going to suck. I forgot about that. I don't think they have any other way to do enough damage to her to kill her, though. Though it's pretty bloody close. His Divine Rang, which sucks, but it is honestly, out of the options, the best one, because at least it's a white dot creature. I did not expect... I mean, I didn't necessarily think... I wasn't 100% sure they would fully retreat, but I didn't think Camden was going to stick around. That's for sure. You venomed the wrong thing. You should have venomed the already fairly severely weakened monster. But I may still actually have to retreat. I didn't expect that. But we will see. Alright, move in the weaker thing, I guess. Okay. Seems like an unwise choice to me, but sure. You do you. Also the one that's even less likely to hit usually. I say less likely, about the same. Thanks for the 235 damage of experience, I guess, which gave me a level. And you're going to attack him. He's probably going to land this hit, but 11 is certainly enough he could miss. He didn't, which I could have really afforded him to be honest, but that's okay. He does get to counterattack. He did a critical hit for 100 damage. He didn't heal anybody, that's interesting. I thought he would. Maybe he doesn't have enough magic left. Although he only healed once that I know of. What I should probably do is try to focus fire down Camden then. Although he's almost out of monsters anyway. Now what I definitely could do... I mean, I could probably kill that thing with the Phoenix. It would probably do enough damage. What I think I'm actually gonna do... Okay. Is it worth it for me to use that? I'm gonna heal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their people, including a general. I'm also going to heal Keloff, the Phoenix, the Griffin who needs it, the Centaur who really needs it. She really needs it. The Angel could honestly use it, and you know what? It is. I think it's worth the amount. But at the same time, you could just beat the shit out of this guy and try to kill him. I have lots of other units I could do that with. The only problem is they will die if I don't do this. I only have 1 heal left from anybody, and she doesn't have enough magic to do anything. I mean, alternatively, since it's the first time alternatively, I could also just move backwards. Can I see the map from here? I don't think I can. Alright, well, let's do this then. Let's use the heal voice. Actually, that's a level 6 lizard, man. I really, really want to kill that. The only thing that I really care about surviving in the front line right now is, like, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to keep these guys, but it's not the end of the world. I think I'm going to commit and just try to kill this son of a bitch. Yeah, the only tricky part is if the griffin or the centaur is the one that kills him, they're going to die. But that's a risk I'll have to take because that's a level 6 lizard man and I don't want him surviving. Now, there's nothing else useful I can do with anybody. Theoretically, I should probably run away at this point. The only problem is, if you look at the way this map's laid out... Oh, is there still only one road? Which would indicate on the world map there would still also be only one road? Well, let's see. If I go to retreat... Okay, yeah, so it would just go to Gloom. So yeah, maybe I should do that then. Much as I thought I was gonna win this. Retreat to Gloom, yes. I can't do anything useful with either of them. I mean, the unicorn's full. I could go kick the... Kick that to make sure it dies, I guess. Or just give this guy a boot. Or a horn. Would have loved to get a crit there, because not only would it do more damage, but it would kick him away from me. But actually, I have an idea how I'm going to make that work, because Eternus goes before all of them. Take my level up. Nothing else of use I can do with those people, so... Let's retreat. Now, before I run away with him... How much do you need for a level up? 491. I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna kill this ghoul. I have more agility than it, so it should be impossible for me to miss, as far as I know. This is a long-ass episode, considering it's one battle, but it's a war of attrition that I did not win. Probably a good thing I didn't attack them, because this would have been even harder to pull off. Now, what I'm going to do... I could get the lizard man kill with the angel. Should probably get it to level 9. If I killed it with him, it would probably get him to level 8. If I rearranged it and killed it with him, he might get to 4 or 5. Maybe even both, because he's already 94 away. So let's do this. We'll use the wyvern first. Because if I hit him with the wyvern, if he doesn't die, which he probably won't, will definitely be weak enough for the other two to kill him. So that's fine. Lovely stuff. Do I do it with him or do I do it with him? Well, I can't reach him with him. So we'll do it with him. I mean, regardless of being next to other enemies, I'm not next to him, so he can't hit me back and kill me. So let's do that. Good day, sir. Plus, that will give probably 2 level ups for him. Sure did. Is there anything else useful I can do? Yes, actually. Now that I'm there, he is not going to do enough damage to kill him with a stick attack. So I could either hit the Djinn for free, but I think I'm actually going to hit him because it'll be worth more experience when you hit generals. Especially since it'll probably do more damage too, with the 2 white dots to 1 black. And he's not that defensive. 121 damage on a, he should get some nice experience from that. And he only did 43 back, so no worries there. 225 XP, love to see it. I can get over there, so I'm going to, because it can't attack me back. So it's the only thing that's safe for a pixie to attack. I was hoping to get a critical, but I don't even know if you can get a critical from it if it's the one doing the attack. So we'll retreat. That's fine. Except we're still at a choke point, so we're good there. As far as I know, anyway. Yeah. We didn't lose any monsters. We killed several monsters. We got some level ups. Still fine with that. We got a blast knuckle, which is for one of my punchy guys. I'm probably going to go on Hude, or Hude. He couldn't get the item. That's unfortunate. Okay, so you need monsters. You have some. Although you could probably afford one more small thing. What can I summon here? Also, how much does Gallon 1 have for room power? 157's not a lot. Honestly, you might just be questing for still. Go. You, I'm going to grab one more monster for. I'll grab you a Hellhound. Just to have one. As much as anything. Not you. You. There we go. Okay. So. Overall, we're still in good shape. I could give him the Blast Knuckle, but I think I'm going to give that to Hude. Number one, because he's lower level, and I'm going to put him in a pretty important party. But mainly because it is red element. And I want to give him an element, because he doesn't have one. But I think Hude's away on a quest still, isn't he? Or no, he's down here. Because he came down here to get the rest of his monsters. So, here's what we're going to do. I could summon more monsters for him. I don't really need to. I'm just going to steal them from one of the guys I care less about. Although these guys are going to do the majority of the defending anyway. Well, not them. Keloff, Paternus, and Cortina, probably. But for now, what we're going to do is I'm going to give Hued monsters. So I think I want to do Hued, Philo, and Baleen, maybe? It does mean I don't have a damn... Well, actually... Baleen's really good rune power, and I would like to get at least one scout leveled up. So yeah, maybe I will do that. She has more... She does have healing and regular magic. So let's do this. Will that fit? Not quite. I know one thing I can do. Give you that. And then... oh, you have room for one more monster, actually. We give you that. It'll be real full, but just free up George to go questing. Although, honestly, her giant hasn't done anything yet, and I kinda just want to give her lizard men. So actually, Philo, you take a giant. I'm going to take that lizard man for you. Yeah, I think I like that. Because now that we're here, the field's more open, so they're going to need more coverage. So he has an extra monster for that. Instead of the one giant, she now has 2 lizard men to help with that. I think I like that better. We are definitely going to have our first 1-hour video. You take a blast knuckle, because you are going to get used in the very near future. Also, while I'm thinking about it, you need one more level to get to max barbarian. Once he maxes barbarian, I think I'm going to change him to something else, and his weapon will have to get taken off of him. But that's a discussion for another episode. I'd say we did a pretty good number on them. He has no monsters left. And I think I killed at least one monster of theirs. And lost nothing. So the fact that I lost the castle is not that big of a deal. So I'm going to do the setup for this off screen. I'll get everything together and we'll come back to do the run through of the next turn. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and comment. Join the Discord server in the link in the description. And we'll see you next time for more Brigandine, Legend of Runersia, Legend of Forsena, Leonia playthrough. Peace out.